I mean, just thinking of some of your performances that I thought was pitch perfect. I mean, there's many of them. The Wolf of Wall Street for me is like every single scene you showed up in, it was dominated. And I'm wondering, how did you approach that role, Matthew?
Well,
Were you dominated
okay,
in that one?
so I look for what I call a launch pad line in all my roles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always find them, but sometimes they just are screaming in the headline in
Yes.
neon letters when I read them. And I go, what I mean by launchpad line is a line I look at and I go, whoa, who is that? I can unpack if that character I'm playing sees the world through that lens. There's a freaking 5,000 page book on that person.
Right.
Meaning Wooderson in Days Confused. He has 3 lines written. One of them is, that's what I love about those high school girls, man. I get older, but they stay the same age. Well, I'm like, well, if that's that character's POV, there's a whole book that tells me a lot about who that guy is, about everything else he does in his life, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, let's get to Wolf of Wall Street. The original scene, well, one of the things that was scripted when the Belfort character, Leonardo DiCaprio's character says, so what's this whole game about, this broker thing? And he goes, cocaine and hookers. And I went, who is that? I go, if that guy doesn't mean that as a joke, if he actually means cocaine hookers, and let me tell you why. I'm like, there's a book on that guy that tells you what he eats, what he drinks, where he goes, if he's married, what he does at night and in the morning. And so I started unpacking that guy, and I said, he's a rapper, is what he is. He's got a rap here, and he is consistently in the flow. So we start to add things. And I go interview all these different brokers that were around that time. And every time when I would say, so was it a racket? And they'd go, no. And you'd be like, okay. So I got the joke underneath this logic,
Right.
this cocaine and hooker logic. And then I just started riffing and writing stuff. And then the original scene was long, but I made it about 3 times as long in what I wrote. And then I just showed up on that day and said, I'm just going to do it. And I did it, and Scorsese liked it, and Leo liked it, and there we go.
That's it.